Hi, this is Elvin, and as the next Savage tier is getting closer upon us, I wanted to make a video to help you prepare for your next tier. So here, I listed 3 stuff that I think you need to prepare before the next Savage tier drops. Number 1. Gils. Gils are the main priority for your downtime right now, as you need a lot of gils to raid, especially in early weeks. Whether it's buying your gears, materials, foods, or even pots to push that DPS check limit. Gil is an essential thing if you want to have a great experience for the Savage raid tier. So, how many gils you should have, you ask? By default, you want to hit around 10 million for gears, foods, and pots, but you can always get this down depending on your target for the next Savage, as the price goes down week by week. For example, I started week 1 last year and spent around 7 million gils to get my full Pandaemonium. My friend who started week 2 managed to get his full Pandaemonium just below 3 million gil. It's a significant amount of difference, and it saves you a lot if you really don't have an early week target. So how do I get those gils efficiently with the limited time I have? There are several ways. For me, the best way is always these 3 things. A. Leaves. Do your Charlian leaves and research the best possible profit you can make right now. I usually just do Saito Funu and Commanding Craftsman's Drought these days, and it gives a lot of gil. Make sure you don't overcap on your allowances of 100, as this will result on your profit loss. B. Dailies. Do your dailies, particularly leveling and alliance raid. Why? Because these 2 gives you cluster and that can be traded with materials. These are extremely important since you always want to have as much material as possible to pentamelt your gears, and buy as few as possible from the market board on the patch week, since the price will go up significantly and you don't want to lose more gil than you have to. Also, don't forget to choose your class based on your adventure in need, since it gives you extra gil. C. Hunt trains. Hunt trains is one of the best way to make gil. If you don't know what it is, it's basically an organized group that runs around the map and do hunt targets. It gives you clusters and tombstones like dailies, but on a much faster pace. Those tombstones can be traded for crafting materials, which is valued very high, especially on early weeks. To join hunt trains, you can join hunt discords or find crossword link shells dedicated to it. I also want to give an honorable mention to treasure hunt maps, as it's also a pretty good way to farm money. Although it's kinda RNG based, depending on whether you got portals or not, it's pretty fun. And if you're really lucky, you might get rare item drops that can sell for millions of gils. Number 2. Get your gear pre-week 1. This tier should follow last year's patch that releases the Savage tier 1 week after the patch drops. This gives you a week to prepare for your gear, which is great. You can either farm a few normal raid gears mixed with crafted Pandaemonium gears to lower your expenses, or just straight up buy your full Pandaemonium gear if you're rich. I highly suggest that you don't buy your gears day 1 of the patch, since the price will be ridiculously high. Just be patient and wait till it's closer to the Savage patch drop so the gear price will lower a bit. Alternatively, if you want, you can also try your luck on later weeks before the 6.4 patch drops to get ornate crafted gears. This is possible to do via Wondrous Tales, and the way you want to do this is that you roll as much as possible to get your 3 lines and turn it in after the patch drops. Yes, this is RNG, but it's worth trying, because the ornate crafted gear is insanely expensive. Most of the classes will also benefit from the new Extreme Trial, Gold Bass, and it's dropping day 1 of the patch. And since it drops most of the best in slot weapons, depending on the substats that we have yet to know, make sure to do it so you get your best in slot. Number 3. Find a static with the same goal. If you have your group ready at this time around that carries from previous tier, or you're just doing PF, you can skip this part. But for most people, this is gonna be the most challenging task at hand. Finding the right static is like finding your soulmate. It's hard and near impossible to do, especially if you don't have friends like I do. But don't worry, there's a lot of Discord groups dedicated to LFM or LFG for each data center. And you can also try to find members or groups on Reddit. The most important thing before trying to find a static is setting up your goal. If the people inside the static have different goals in mind, the static won't work and will definitely implode mid-prog. If you know you're a passionate player and wanted to push early week, then join a hardcore static. If you know you're a bit slow on learning mechanics and just want to take your time while getting to know people and have some fun, just join a casual or mid-core static. Make sure you're in a group that follows your schedule, have the same target as you, and most importantly, will stick together till the end. Lastly, for you guys who are planning to clear every floor on PF next year, and if you find this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe, or leave a comment down below if you think I'm missing something or you think differently. That's it. See ya.